that come from the bottom of your foot while you're walking. So we had them walk on a walkway, and they actually got to see in real time how these forces are generated while they're walking in the forward direction. So they thought that was pretty cool because they got to see, well, how does their gait pattern look when they walk with different type of movement strategies.
A benefit in the fact that, you know, some of the kids had a really good time, and you could see that someday they will be, you know, us and being graduate students. Specifically, some of them did even ask us what it was like to be a graduate student here, and I think it's great to see excitement in the youth, and to be a part of that is a positive thing, because in my future anyway, I hope to be teaching people and encouraging them to pursue careers in science. So I think it was a great experience for a graduate student to have.
It makes my day when you get to see a student kind of have that reaction like, wow, it's pretty cool. And we also got to show them around campus, and a lot of students were like, man, I like this university, I want to go here one day. They liked messing with the equipment and learning stuff and just playing around with it. So it was pretty neat. I'll say that. One, two, three. Go Cougs!
Well, we hope that the students learn that science and technology is essentially fun. Quite often in high school arena, when they take math and science, it's just doing like basic problems with no real-world applications. Or the applications that they have are like shooting balls out of a cannon. The actual experiments that the students participated here at the University of Houston were really like true real-world applications where we can have how astronauts walk on the moon, how we can apply physics to understand just movement in general. And I really hope that those students will gain out of these experiments possible jobs and applications for what an engineer is, what a biomechanist is, what a physiologist is, and how they can apply themselves based out of those classes that they're taking.
The key objective of this meeting with students was to expose them to research concepts that would be required to send someone to the moon or to Mars. And most people are very familiar with various aspects of the American space program, but they're not very familiar with all the details that go into making it possible. And during the weekend, their experience was split into two different types of responses. The first was more of a physiological response, which is what Dr. Clark and myself were responsible for. And the key objective was not just to bring some kids to campus and have them sit in a classroom and have them listen to us lecture, because that's not the point at all. The point was to actually engage them in research in the laboratory. And by engaging them, hopefully spark their interest in wanting to pursue a career in one of these areas. And the final wrap-up to all this was just to follow up with the students, get some feedback about their experiences, and then follow up with them over the course of the year and see how their experience in our program may have shaped their interest towards a future profession. For me, the most exciting thing to the whole Duke program was the opportunity to get to work with very special and gifted high school students. And these are students that at the point they are in their life, they're very impressionable, and hopefully by their interaction with myself and my colleagues, we were able to make an impression on them of how important science is and how fun science can be. So I think for me the most exciting part was just being able to interact and engage with what I consider to be the next generation of researchers and educators.
So hopefully by the end of this particular weekend, not only have you had a truly unique experience with regard to the types of research that go on in the human spaceflight environment, but you've actually had a good time getting some hands-on experience. Hopefully you saw that we still think it's fun to do this type of work, and that you staying in school and moving through your academic career and at some point hopefully being involved in this type of research and type of work environment is something that is still fun and that is well worth your time at this part of your career. So with all of that said, I hope you had fun as well as a stimulating educational experience here at our program, and we hope that this was a positive thing for you in getting you to stay in school and move towards science and technology as your future career.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, go for engine start, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Endeavour, expanding the International Space Station while creating a classroom in space.